Okay, industrial standards and compliance. There is some compliance we need to do. So there's industrial standards and compliance in Chapter 11. So Chapter 11 talks us about the design for maintainability, some universal design, site and building, mechanical, electrical, and environment, comfort and health. So keywords are design for maintainability, universal design, person with disability, etc. And also talk a little bit about some external fences, energy audit, cooling tower, lighting, and noise control. So design for maintainability, sorry, kind of first, yeah. So yeah, so design for maintainability will actually need to reduce maintenance costs or reduce manpower costs. So for mechanical and electrical facilities, a section on design maintainability checklist will be including like plant and machinery for fixed equipment, security, piping exposure. So some of the design is to see whether you have the assets, you provision for what is required. And plant and machinery are fixed equipment, then you actually will have various part that you want to make sure that it's access. For example, like good design could access in terms of a clearing of walkway. Plants should have actually tanks located, occasional access, and the high level place where you can actually have permanent guide. And then for headroom, how much you need about 2 meters for headroom. Working principle is about minimum 600 mm closed space around the M&E requirement. So those are some of the requirement that is required. And then of course there's multiple tier of servicing unavoided, and a minimum of about also 600 mm, easier to remember, access for ceiling space to allow personnel to go in. High ceiling, not that it is not important, but the M&E area that you need to do basically needs to have sufficient ventilation. Ducting work need to be planted and minimize or trip hazard. Mechanical installation is appropriately labeled. Cooling tower is kind of provided with the access. AHU provide suitable waterproofing for your AHU where possible. And then utilities, a manhole cover should be suitable for the location and should not be placed with structure. Manhole should be located away from the traffic area. Access control console can be located in area of 24 hours manning, and then locate fire command and security to see at least one largest points of critical. And then you also have remote monitoring for like CCTV in the car park, lift lobbies, staircase, mailroom, etc. The other part we want to talk about is the main material and fittings. So sanitary and rainwater will actually kind of put in to make sure that there's anti-corrosive in materials and installation. So example, UPVC pipes. Signage can be of waterproof, sanitary and raindrop provide colors of different. Some barrier access is basically make sure that it's family friendly for older person, for like PDF working area. So frequency of structure inspection, sometimes the building will need to, every 5 years you need to do some structural inspection. For residential buildings up to 10 years, building owners should make sure that the external walls are neat and tidy, painted, repaint every 5 years. Yeah. So mechanical systems and the measurements are in terms of the environment sustainability measures for some existing building. So those are to aim for existing building and operate efficiently. It complies with minimum operating and sustainability standard. Under this regulation, cooling tower should also sited in a location where minimizing the likelihood of inhalation for fine water aerosol. It also covers the responsibility of owners management. Swimming pool in terms of public health and regulations. Electrical has some CP installation guide, which is like CP5, CP 555 in terms of lighting protection, 538 in terms of measurements of electrical installation, and 551 in terms of earthing. So some area like office area will be 500 lumens, computer area, preparation room about 750, general office lux about 500 to 750. So noise level will be from like 25 dB to maybe public places like open spaces probably 5 dB. Yeah, so this is some questions on the principle of design and maintainability, and then you explain some 4 principles of maintainability and outline the document how this principle can contribute to reducing the maintenance costs and operating costs in needs of the facilities. So these are some of the questions we can kind of get a better understanding for this particular chapter in terms of the industrial standard and compliance.